Good morning, and welcome to Bonnie and Clyde's Morning Talk. Hope everybody's having a fabulous start to their Friday TGIF. And today is 6/12/2020. We barely missed that Friday the 13th, didn't we? Thank goodness, though. Thank goodness. Well, what do you know? The market tanked yesterday. Let's jump over and have a look at this wonderful market that we have. Yeah, that was something else. Yesterday it went down. If the bottom dropped out of it, everybody was running around hollering, "Oh, yes, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming." The market, the bottom fell out of it. We was waiting on it to happen. And then it turned around just like that. And we're back on track this morning already to gain a lot of those losses back from yesterday. If it holds throughout the day. If it keeps climbing throughout the day. I try to tell a lot of people, the rich people now are trying to control this market, and they think that they can manhandle the market now by getting to a certain point and then selling off real big and taking profits and thinking it'll have the market tank. But that's not what's happening, because the Fed has stepped in and has backstopped this thing. They said they were going to do it, and they meant it. But they just have to play catch up. Now the guys has got all that dry powder sitting on the sidelines, and the Fed stepped in, brought the price back up, so now they got to figure out what they're going to do with their money now. That was like another benefit towards them, or the bailout, or whatever you want to call it. What they're giving out now through all these stimuluses. That's their way of giving the rich the stimulus money. Let them take their money out then. Let them sell out. The Fed step right back in, buy it back up. Then they got the money over here. Now they got to come back in, buy something again at a higher price. So, I don't know. We shall see how long the Fed wants to do this. But the way they're saying it is, they're going to be the buyer and lender of last resort. They just want to own it all. And it looks like they're going to try to keep doing it. So, who knows? We shall see. Let's take a look over here. There we go. Let me adjust this. And we're already off. So that's a good thing. There we go. And all the markets are in the green this morning. Gold's catching a bid. Silver's down a little bit. They've got to stop playing with these metals, though. They're killing us. If they're going to do all this stuff with the market like that, we need to catch a break on the metals. And got a whole lot of people that's been dedicated to the metals. It's about time we catch a break. All right, let's check out Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio after yesterday's horrendous beating we took. We're gaining it all back today already. So that's a good thing. Hopefully, all the money that they pulled out of the market yesterday, we'll gain it back, and then those people will come back in and drive the price on up higher, and then we'll wash and repeat, and see how long this will go until the rich just get so much money they don't know what to do with and just leave it in there, I suppose. But either way, hopefully it'll help us out. We're just small town. We're nobodies. Just trying to hang on. Hopefully it'll last a while though. I don't know. We might end up with a big crash before it's all said and done. Especially if something happens to the Fed. So now people's got to say, oh no, we don't want the Fed to go anywhere now. They got so much tied up in everything. Not good, not good, guys. All right, let's go over here to Twitterville in the Twitterverse and see what we got on coins. Let's get out of the market and get into the coins. And I did see an article I wanted to look at here. If we can run on down through here and find it. Where did it go? We already had talked about it before, but now I think it got retweeted by Whitman Coin Expo. So they were just talking about the 1921 silver dollar coin anniversary act that's going through the House Resolution 6192, if it is enacted, would result in the issuance of 2021 dated Morgan and Peace silver dollars to mark the centennial of the transition in 1921. So, if you got some 1921 Peace dollars and Morgan dollars, you might want to dig them out if they get this passed. That way you'll have the 21 and the 21, the new one and the old one, to have that little combo pair for that anniversary package. So that could be a score for all those people that held on to those 1921 Morgan dollars that nobody wanted for the longest time. I mean, they still wanted, but they just didn't have the value, or they didn't have the perception of the other Morgans. Everybody was just kind of dishing the 21s off like, oh, they're not really all that important or anything. This could bring them back into play if it goes through. But I did state with a big if, though. Well, no, I'm not sure it's going to happen. Not sure it's going to happen. But anyway, that was the article I wanted to talk about on that. Only I don't even see a coin of the day in the Twitter's view. So, I seen an article, guys, and it's over at the American Numismatic Association, the ANA, and it's on the verge of change in 1848 to 55. That's the title of the article. A real interesting article. I'm not going to sit and read the whole thing right now, but if you want to check out a really interesting article that shows all kinds of different coins, talking about the way the coins were introduced at the end of the war the California and Mexico and all that when they had the war and all those states become part of the United States and coins were being minted. There's a pretty interesting article on that. So if you want to go over to the ANA and check that out, it's a good read indeed. And I do have another article here to do with the coins. And I am going to read this one a little bit out of this one right here, but I will let you guys, I'll give you the name of the article and exactly where to go to read it yourself. But it's called The History of U.S. Circulating Coins. Pretty good article, pretty good little write-up. Think you guys will enjoy it. And it's got a picture of the San Antonio missions. A lot of people might have already read this or whatever, but and it has to do with circulating coins and opening of the National Mint in 1792. And it talks about all the different coins from the colonial period following the Revolutionary War, where there was different coins and things like that that were spread out. And in 1787, Congress authorized the production of some copper cents called the Fugio cents. The coins featured a sundial on the obverse and a chain of 13 links on the reverse. So that was probably, I guess it could be recorded as one of the first coins that Congress actually authorized. And then, but then it says, however, the following year, a majority of the states ratified the Constitution, establishing a new government and creating a new debate over the national coinage. And then that is when the Coinage Act of 1792 went into effect. And that changed everything. Because in 1792, it established a national mint located in Philadelphia. Congress chose decimal coinage in parts of 100 and set the U.S. dollar to the already familiar Spanish meal dollar and its fractional parts, the half, quarter, eighth, 16th. And this resulted in coins of the following metals and denomination, with copper having the half cent and the cent, silver having the half dime, dime, quarter, half dollar, and then the dollar. And then gold was the quarter eagle, the half eagle, and the eagle, which was a quarter was $2.50, the half eagle was $5, and then the eagle was $10. So those were your first denominations and how they were spread out with the metals. And then the mint delivered the nation's first circulating coins on March the 1st, 1793, with 11,178 copper cents. And if you haven't never seen one, there are actually some big copper cents. And they got the little lady with the hair, with her hair pulled back on her forehead, flowing her hair in the back and stuff. It's actually some pretty wild looking coins. And then the story goes on from there, and I'll give you the link to it. I think everybody that's listening to this probably knows where I got this from. It comes directly from the United States Mint. And you just go to the U.S. Mint, you go to Learn, then you go down to the History, and you should be able to pull up the article, The History of the U.S. Circulating Coins. So that's exactly where I got everything from, straight off of the U.S. Mint itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed that a little bit. Must be. Let me take a look right here. There we go. And I tell you what, let's take a look at the temperatures around the nation this morning and see what we got. Just see what it looks like. Not gonna go into too many deep details on it this morning. We had massive flood alerts and everything around our neck of the woods. And it looks like the high temperatures recorded so far today is down in Florida at 85 degrees. The south into Texas is in the low 80s, and then the whole southern part of the U.S. all the way across the map, California to North Carolina is in the mid 70s, and most of the northern part of the U.S. is in the high 60s to low 70s, with the outlier being out west in the northwest, where it's still a little brisky in parts of Washington and Oregon in the low 50s. And even in the northern part of Wisconsin, you got some 50s. So all around in that northern part of the U.S., northwest part of the United States out there is still a little cool. It appears to be warming up, though. It's starting to hit those 60s, so maybe they've made it through their spell of cold, but who knows? They just had in some parts out there over a foot of snow. Unbelievable. So maybe they're out of the winter for the time being. Who knows? We'll keep checking back in and see how it goes. Let's go and check out the precipitation and see what it looks like. See who all's gonna get wet. And it looks like most of the rain has moved off the East Coast now. Still showers all the way out at the coast next to the ocean. And a little part of Florida right there between the little handle part and the beginning of the long stretch down into Florida. Look like a little few showers there. And then out in the northwest has some showers coming in to where it's been cold the whole time. The temperature drops, they could be headed for more snow out that way. I do see some showers in the Oklahoma area, but that just might be some spotty showers that'll dissipate throughout the day. But if not, they may move east into Missouri, into Kentucky and Tennessee. And that'll do it for the weather, guys. That's about all we need to talk about on the weather. And let's end the day with a little bit of good news. And the good news of the day was actually a story from a couple days ago, but since he's from this neck of the woods, we'll talk about it. Michael Jordan and his brand pledges $100 million to black communities. And he's pretty big around here, being that he went to UNC and he's got a car dealership right around in the area. So hopefully they'll put the money to good use. That'll be good for a lot of people if they really get the money, not just the people up in the offices and all that stuff soaking up most of the money, and then the people out in the community only get crumbs out of it. But that's the way it most of the time goes. So Michael Jordan pledging $100 million to black communities. So there's your good news for today. And that'll end it for us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. We look forward to these talks every day, and we hope it helps in some way. Thank you all, and have a great Friday, and we'll see you tonight. Thank you, and later.